Hi, welcome back. And I'm back with my dolly here. And we did the low lights on her, and you could see that the caramely color is even more caramely, and it's deepened up significantly, and I'm really, really happy about that. Now it's time to do the highlights, and I sectioned her in three. I'm doing two diagonal back sections right here, and then I'm doing a horizontal section right here, and I opted for all of these three sections to do the weaving method. I decided to abstain from doing the platinum card slicing as much as I love doing the platinum card is because I'm so in love with this dark blonde shade that I want to stay true to my word and I want to keep her this dark blonde. And as opposed to like making her super blonde. And so the highlights are going to be around like a level 8, like a medium blonde, and she's still going to have this really nice like level 6 7. She's closer to a 7, but she'll have this really nice like dark blonde shade. Without further ado, I took a scoop of my quick blue bleach and I put it on my bowl. And for bleach, especially for doing highlights, it is a 2-to-1 ratio peroxide to color because I really don't like the thick and cakey bleach. And the longer the bleach is moist, the more lifting power you get out of it. So I'm going to put 2 ounces of this 20 volume peroxide, and I'm just going to mix the bleach like you're mixing oatmeal. You have to just mix and you have to like go up and down in the circular motion like this to avoid like those granules from sticking, because that's what happens sometimes with bleach is that you get these like granules, and we don't want that. We want a nice and creamy consistency, and with a nicer and a creamier consistency, we could see that it's getting thick. We're going to do even more of this peroxide right here. And this batch should last the 3 quadrants. And we're just going to continue mixing it and mixing it and mixing it. And I'm just like really like whisking it. Kind of like a pudding. Okay, so my ratio, it was because I used a full scoop, it was theoretically like a scoop and a half. So this is what a scoop and a half of bleach mixed with 20 volume peroxide looks like, and you could see that there is no lumps or bumps in it, that it's completely smooth and it's creamy, and it's not too drippy, and that's how you want it. And so when you apply it, you don't just glop it on like this, you dip it and then you remove the excess like so, and that will make your bleach last longer. Without further ado, I want to start with the mohawk here on the crown of her head because this is where I want the most brightness. Okay, so let me position my camera like so. Okay, so with this, and you could see this luscious caramel. So I take my comb, I take a small section of hair, and I'm going to sandwich the foils. I don't want to fold them because I really want the application to be as close to the root as possible, and I really don't want any bends and for her to look like she has regrowth. I'm very persnickety about that, and I take my comb and I do a threading motion up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. So, and because I'm using the 20 volume only, and because she has a dark base and she has this like level 7 going on, she is not going to be super blonde. She'll be blonde, but she's not going to be like that in your face bleach blonde. I take my foil and I bend it like this. And up to you, you could either let the comb go or not. I'm going to position my bleaching mixture on the left side because I'm left-handed. I dab it like this, and I remove the excess. And we start and we just feather it on like this, and you dig. You have to dig, 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 dig. And that's what will avoid the patchiness, is that you just dig, and you dig, and you dig. For longer hair, I like to bend it like this. Oops. Someone just had a Meryl Streep moment. And do this. And I'm softening it up on top so there wouldn't be that harsh root line. We don't want that harsh root line at all. And I'm just saturating it, coating it, and making it nice. And let's see. I take another foil and I sandwich it. And we're ready to proceed to the next highlight. And I'm not wearing gloves because the foil is protecting my hand. I take another small section. And I see hair that needs the bleaching mixture, and I just weave it out. And I go up, down, up, down, up, down. And I separate it like this. And this is what's going to get the bleach. And it's just these two pieces. And I take my foil. Okay, and I'm going to hold the comb for this one to avoid the slippage and to get as close to the root as possible. So on a person, you do this because when their hair grows out, they're going to have a softer root line, and it's not going to be as stripy. I really don't like that stripy look. Count me out of that. And making sure that we saturate it, and we just dig it, and we just dig it into the hair to avoid that patchiness. And you feather it on with the brush. You just feather it on like that. And this is going to give her some added brightness and some added drama. She's still going to be in the darker blonde range. And so I'm just feathering it on. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Okay. So when you're doing highlights, you don't just glop batches of bleach. You saw how I just had a smidge on my brush and how I really digged into the hair and I fully coated the strand. That's what it means to fully saturate your hair when you're doing highlights. And I layer another foil and I let the comb go. I'm ready to do my next section. Okay. So I see a bit of a root line right here that I want to address and I want to correct. And so I'm taking the really dark pieces right here, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm leaving this caramely part. You see all this hair, this beautiful caramely blonde, that's not going to get the bleach because we want that. We want that caramel to stay there. And so I'm taking my other foil and I'm bending it so it doesn't slip. And do you see how close I'm placing it? And we're going to keep that comb on top so it doesn't slip. So so for the bleach, like this, and see how nice and neat it is? Barely anything on my brush. And we just do it like so. And we feather it on the hair, and we just dig and we dig and we dig. And the stand is a little wobbly, that's okay. And doing an S shape with the longer hair, and I'm making sure that I'm saturating it really nicely. Take a little bit of my bleaching mixture like this. You know what's funny? Like doing highlights kind of reminds me of like eating yogurt, and you know how you like take a little bit in your spoon and you just like and you dip it and yeah, I love doing hair. And we are just applying the bleach, making sure that all of this hair is nicely saturated. We take another foil and we layer it on and we make a sandwich. Okay, so now we're getting to her bang area. This is getting exciting. Let me see what to do. Should I weave it? Should I slice it? Should I weave it? Should I slice it? Decisions. Okay, this section I'm gonna weave for sure. And up, down, and up, down. Okay, so this hair right here is going to get the bleach. I'm taking my foil, bending it on top. Leaving the comb in place. This is good practice for me because, you know, the stand's a little wobbly. Who knows, maybe one day I'll do a person's hair and who knows, maybe Meryl Streep will be sitting in my chair and it'll be 1992 over again and it'll be Death Becomes Her and how Goldie Hawn was like, I will not speak to you until you have your head on straight. I'm trying! Oh, that's funny. Anyways. Okay, so I'm taking a little bit of bleach and making sure it's nicely coated. And I'm literally like digging to avoid the patchiness. Okay. And we sandwich this on top. Okay. And now this is our last piece of the puzzle, and I think for this one I am going to do the platinum card. And the platinum card just means I'm going to just slice this whole thing. No, wait a minute, it's too beautiful. Nah, I'm just gonna weave it. I love caramel. Just the whole caramel color is my favorite. And you know what's good about this foil? At least it'll just be added for extra protection and as a buffer. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna apply the bleaching mixture on this little thin skinny weave that I have right here, and I'll be back. Okay, stay tuned, it's going to be awesome. And then I'm going to do the 2 diagonal back sections for the most precise results and to make sure that you get your diagonal highlights in the shortest amount of time possible, with sparing the bleaching product, not overusing the bleaching product, making sure you have a really nice and even precise application, because this is a leopard spot and a patchy free zone here. Okay, I'll catch you later.